Okie dokie. So, I got myself a roll of old vinyl, old yeller. I have quite a bit now. This stuff here, I wouldn't trust this if I was to do a job for somebody. But if I needed to do something for myself, I would have no problem using it. This stuff is fresh. This is fresh. But this stuff up here can be anywhere from 7 to 10 years old. And it loses its stickiness, its adhesive, its holding power after a while. So it would work. But for instance, some of this is like a 7-year vinyl, 5-year vinyl, and probably be lucky if we get a year out of it. So, yeah, because it gets old, it gets tired after a while. So, anyway, I got this old roll of yeller, and I'm going to load this into the machine back there and feed it through there. As I told you guys before, I'm sure, a lot of you guys just don't really care, and I don't blame you. And then if there's anybody out there like myself that's always looking to pick up any kind of knowledge, regardless if I have use for it or not, because you never know when you may have a need for something. So I like to pick up as much knowledge as I can. Now, this has holes in it because some of your printers and cutters have the feed, the little feed teeth. You really don't want those. So what I want to do here, though, is I want to make sure that I have at least an inch or so on the inside of that. See? In other words, I don't want to put the roller over here. I want to keep it in so that it's actually on the vinyl, because there's a cut here that you're not seeing. So that's basically what I want to do here. So that's about right. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Now that means that this cutter, once this thing goes back and forth, resets itself, it's going to pick up on where these are. And once it picks up on where those are, actually I'm going to bring it a little bit more. And then lock them down. And you want to make sure you're fed straight. You want to make sure that you're feeding straight. Alright, so anyway, don't go by this line all the time, because you never know if that's going to be a straight line or not. So always kind of find your point from front to rear. The bigger, more expensive ones actually have measuring in inches, half inches and such on them, so it gives you something to go by. Anyway, that's set. So if I remember right, I have to hit the reset button. Okay, and it just checked to see where that was, and we should be okay with that. Now, if I turn it off and I turn it back on again, it's going to want to reset again. See, that's where I think I was having my problems before. So I just plugged this in the USB. That's what you heard. Star Trek Voyager. Haven't seen that in a whole. Alright, so let's turn this back on. Okay, so it kind of reset itself there. And now I have to find it in the computer. So let me get out of YouTube here for a minute. There's no reason for me to be there. Let me go into my file manager here, device manager, and let's see what's available. Okay. Port. COM and LPT ports. Okay. It tells me that 9 is open in 8. Well, I know 8 has this cutter on it underneath me. So when I set the next one, I got to set it up for 9. So let's go over here to this. That. Oh no, you're seeing my monitor. Oh no, oh no. Now, I'm making a cup of hot chocolate, and I really shouldn't be doing it because you don't realize it. But hot chocolate, and then I like it with milk in it. I don't like it made with water. And I like to have the little marshmallows in it, so I add marshmallows. And the next thing you know, open. Let's see what I got here that I can open. That's that. Alright, let's open. Oh, I don't want to open. An elephant? No. A giraffe? No. Lions and tigers and bears? Oh no! What else do we have here? There's a big old bear. There, we'll take the old coyote or the wolf. Let's open him up. There he is. Alright, so anyway, let's take this. And if I go up here to the cutter, if I remember right, I'm going to have to go into setup once I get there. I think. Because I got to get to a point to where I can get that. And because this is the big one. And I got to add one. So let's go to setup. Add setup. Now I got to find the cutter. And this is a cutter Vinyl Express. And this one is the 19, the R19. Next, Comport. Well, it's not giving me a 9. Well, why isn't it? Okay, well, let me see. 9, 7 may work, but let's see here. Let's do a quick browse, see what comes up. Let's see what happens. Nada. Okay, let's go. Why is it showing 9 when I don't have 9? Come on now. Let me go back there and check. I'm thinking 7 or 4, but let's go back and see. So let's see if I can just leave that there for a minute. Let's go back over here. Go back up to Device Manager. Go back into Comport. You're saying COM9, and I no. I don't have a COM9 there, so what is the issue here? COM9, let's see, COM9, The device is working properly. Well, that's nice to know if I had a COM9 to set it to. And seeing that I don't. Let me go back. And I'm going to try 4. I don't think that's it though, but I'll try it. Now, if that's not it, it's just a matter of finding the right COM port. So we'll click on this now. Yeah, buddy, that's the one we're clicking on. COM 4, right? Okay. Let's go back up to here. Let's set this for the R19. I'm going to close that for a minute. I'm going to close this down for a minute, and I'm going to close that down for a minute, and I'm going to start right from here again. Now this is, like I say, this is just me trying to find a COM port. So this, in my case, it's one of the hardest parts because I am not really computer savvy. Okay, so that's that. So that's that one. Okay. All right, you know what? This isn't going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. So up here, I want to set this to user. All right. So I'm going to set this to actually just 15 user. And it's set at 15 even. I don't want anything else there but 15. The length I don't care about at this point. The send now, yes. Position. Now here's where you're gonna think you're wasting paper, but you're not, because or vinyl, because you're gonna waste it if you don't do this. We don't want to have it right on the edge. I like to move it in 2 inches. If I'm really getting tight, I'll go 1.5 inches, but I like 2 inches, and I want it up 2 inches. All right. Now, there's the size. It's 6.9 by 6 1/4. So let's downsize this a little bit, because there's no sense wasting all this vinyl. So let's make it a little bit smaller here. Let's make it 5. Let's make it 5. Okay. And for all intended purposes, if I hit this send button, it should work, but it's not going to. Yeah, because I haven't got the right com. So up here it says can't open port. Well, that's because there's nothing here to open. So let me get this set, and I'll be right back. All right, what I had to do is go into the system, change in the computer, that is, change my COM port 9 to a COM 1, and we're all set now. So it's working. All right, so I think it cut out. I can't really tell just yet, but let me do this. Let me pull this through a little bit. And then if you're going to pull it through, don't just pull it through. Take your time, because you don't want to ruin the rollers. Now also, this is also going to tell me, and I can tell just by feeling it, that this is not set enough. That's got to go down more. So let me loosen this up. You can't see what I'm doing here. Sorry, guys. I can't see it, nor can I feel any cuts in this. So this, remember we had to adjust that, and I brought it up a hair. Well, apparently I brought it up too much of a hair. So let me cut this off. Hit the reset button. See if I can get another one out of this without redoing it. I think it's cutting now. I'm trying to see, but it keeps moving. Okay, we'll pull it slow. We don't want to just yank it. Cut this off. Now let's see. Okay, see it? I may not be able to. Let me see here. Let me see. What do I have over here that I can use? I thought I had a pick over here. I don't. As I wasn't planning on doing this. But let's see what we got. I may have to make it a little bit lower. I feel it, I see it, but we'll find out. And once I pull this yellow off, easily, like I say, you always pull it back on itself. Don't pull up on it, pull back on it. And watch what you're doing. Just because you're doing it this way doesn't mean that it's going to work. And in this case, I can tell right now that it didn't cut through enough. I got just a hair more, and I'm talking a hair, not much at all, because it's real close. Right there, it got stuck a little bit. Now that could be because it's just old vinyl. this little piece out from between his legs. Yeah, we just made a female. Alright, so there's our wolf. Alright, now you notice when I was pulling it back, this started coming up, so I had to hold it down with my finger as I did it. That indicates to me one or two things. Either the vinyl's just tired, because like I say, it's old. Or I should be down a hair more. Or I just have to adjust that bottom piece. Remember when I was screwing the needle, here we go with that damn needle, the cutter, the blade in, we had to turn that little piece. Well, I may not have, there, I may have turned it down too far and didn't have enough blade out. So, but now if I take this up a little bit, okay, I can see a little bit, but no, yeah, just a hair of where it was. So I'm real close. So I just touched that like a tweak, and that should do it. So basically it's done. The cutter is working. Both cutters are working. Now I brought this one in an inch and a half. Right? And if you look at this wheel right here that I don't want to poke, that wheel right there, I'm about an inch in. So I wanted to make sure that I got into here, because if not, it's going to be cutting off here someplace. I want to make sure when I start to cut, I get a full cut, so I want to bring it in. I usually bring it in 2 inches, and I usually bring it up 2 inches. I just soon waste this little bit than to cut something that's like a foot long or 2 foot long to find out that, oh shit, it didn't get the tail or didn't get the top of a T or whatever, it missed something. Then you wasted all that. Eat up the 2 inches if you can. Alright. So anyway. Ta-da! Now we have a yellow wolf. I guess I'll just, I'm not even going to put him on a piece of transfer paper. I'll just peel him off and stick him over there with the red wolf. Alright, and leave it at that. So, we're done. And it is 3:44 Sunday afternoon. And that is what in military time? Come on, come on, come on. How about 15:44 hours? Anyway, the wife has been cooking a sauce all day with some sausage and meatball. A little bit of, she put a piece of prime rib in there, and I'm almost positive, I'm not sure, but the pepperoni. Pepperoni to me really makes the sauce. Cut it about 4 inches, peel it. I don't care if it looks like it's got a skin on it or not, peel it. Throw it in there, let it simmer with the sauce. It plumps up nice, it's tender, it's great, it's yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go in there and put some calories on. I'm going to go in there and eat. I'm going to eat like I've never eaten before. And then we'll take it from there. So guys, the new year is here, and let's hope we enjoy it. Let's do the best we can. And I'm going to call it a day.